Pour Out Your Story Publishing presents Hidden Above Her, Part 1 by Kandle Bossfield. Read by Marshawn Francoeur. Sleigh Rides. Hello? I see a pale hand, and then gray covers the screen. I can hear the honking vehicles in the background. Did he accidentally call me? Todd, I yell. Todd's face appears on the screen. He runs his hand over his short black hair, and through his serious expression, he forces a smile, showing his perfectly white teeth. Despite how mad I am at him, I can't help but notice how his muscles flex underneath his white dress shirt. He peers back at me with something to fear in his eyes, almost resembling a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar. "Hold on, Sim. Don't say anything," he says anxiously with his bushy eyebrows up. I catch a glimpse of the Porsche emblem before the screen goes black. "Hola," Todd says in Spanish, and sniffs hard. "You got the sleigh ride?" Todd says in his deep voice. "You know I got it. Hand it over," says a guy with a squeaky voice. I press mute on the screen. "Tava, what's a sleigh ride?" "Cocaine," she yells from the living room. "What did you say?" "Drugs," she says. This is way too much for one day. Please let him be auditioning for a movie or something. Please. The tires screech in the background. Todd's face appears on the screen. I press unmute. "Todd, was that a freaking drug transaction?" "Of course not. How's my kitty?" he says, slurring his words. "Todd, whose car are you driving?" I knew the answer to this, but I need to hear the truth come from his mouth. Crazy how there's a tiny part of me wishing everything was a stupid misunderstanding. "It's a Porsche. My car is in the shop, so my mechanic loaned me a car for the weekend. I always wanted to drive one of these," he says without a care in the world. This story could sound believable if his black Mustang wasn't parked outside. He lightly bites down on his bottom lip, giving me that "I want to have sex" look. I tilt my head. The whites in his eyes are baby pink, with red lightning stripes. I say, "Are you high on something?" "Heck no!" He wipes the sweat from his forehead and squeezes his Rudolph red nose. He's wearing a red rubber strap on his wrist, and it has a red, oversized bezel, the size of a closed fist. Did he buy another Magoose watch? It's a $25,000 watch. Why would he do that when we're saving for a house? I had to pay for dinner after his card was declined a few weeks ago. He paid me back, but his card was rejected again at the ice cream shop. He blows out a sigh in exhaustion. I've been so busy preparing for my new case. "Did you finish packing already?" He licks his lips. "I miss you." The ruckus from the living room makes me jolt back to the current situation. What's that noise? Who's arguing? Todd shouts desperately, trying to look into the background. Tava marches in the bedroom, holding a box of rat poison and a box of Lucky Charms cereal, with irritation on her face. I snatch the rat poison out of her hand and shake my head. Tava grabs the phone. Tava's expression causes Todd's eyes to slowly open like a garage door. "You were never good enough for my sister, and guess what? I'm going to hook her up with a guy with 10 times the package. And you better give my sister back her credit card, you cheating motherfucker. That's why my dad doesn't like your ass," she says in a rough-pitched tone and sprays saliva everywhere. She flares her diamond-studded nose and passes me back the phone. She pours the Lucky Charms all over the white bed, walks over to the nightstand, pushes the liquor bottles and shot glasses, and it splatters brown liquid artwork on the closet door. His mouth gets wider than a rubber band. "I'm pulling over. Let me be clear. I'd shoot a fucking priest if he laid hands on you. I don't know what I'd do if I ever saw you with another man. I can't stomach such a thing. You know what I'm saying?" He clenches his jaw. There's a better chance of watching a kangaroo crip walk on the Ellen show before I'd marry this guy. I move my green shirt up and down to stop from overheating. "I don't know what she's talking about. I'm not cheating on you. Tell me what's going on, Sim." "Are you sure you're not cheating on me?" I say sarcastically. "Sim, is this about your fat girl insecurities?" I gasp. My fat girl insecurities? That's the only thing you can come up with to explain your actions? Bringing up my past? I say, walking toward the kitchen. I turn the camera view around. I want him to get a good view at his new blonde girlfriend with the swollen eye and dirty, red lipstick smudged all over her face and all on his kitchen floor like a murder scene. How about you justify why this drunk excuse of a woman is laying on your kitchen floor in an outfit you bought her with my credit card? Tava slaps the blonde to wake her drunk ass back up. Tava says with a sickened expression, "Yuck, she smells like she bathed in brown liquor." Todd says, "Wait a minute, you're in my apartment?" "Keep her away from me," the blonde shouts and covers her face and bends her body in a fetal position. Tava stands over her with her best annoyed Al Pacino expression. "So do you want to tell me again how you did me a favor by having sex with my fiancé?" I say, raising an eyebrow. "No, no," the blonde quickly shakes her head. "How'd you get a key?" Todd asks. He has full-blown evidence of betrayal bleeding on his kitchen floor, and he's worried about how I got a key to his condo? The blonde tries to struggle out of Tava's grasp. "Tava, let go of her," I say. If my eyes could chop, Todd's head would be rolling around on the passenger side of that fancy Porsche right about now. He uses his palm and nervously slides it from his hairline to the back of his neck. "Sim, I gotta be honest with you. She's a hurricane survivor. She needed a place to stay. I was going to tell you, but I knew you would act like this. Why don't you trust me?" The girl groans. "Todd, give me back my daddy's car and my 20 grand, and I'll go, I promise." 20 grand? For what? Tava and I say simultaneously. "Are you saying your daddy's your pimp?" Tava asks. The blonde nods. "What?" I shout. Tava and I throw both arms up like, "You have got to be kidding me," shoestrings. "You paid $20,000 for sex?" I mutter in shock. "You could go down to Stockton Boulevard for less than that," says Tava. I put my hand on my hip. "Tava, stop." Those words spread thick layers of mud all over my skin. I need an OBGYN, 80 showers, and a bottle of blue mouthwash. Let me try to get this right. You slept with a prostitute, and you stole my credit card? I stare at him like he had a hairy spider crawling out of his nose. He looks away. "Oh, and I can't forget about the $250,000 you owe the IRS, but you spent your money on prostitutes and what, drugs? Are you freaking serious?" I stick out my neck. "Hell no," he says, as if I was in violation of the law. At this point, something must be wrong with me for agreeing to marry such an idiot. "Sim, I never touched that girl." Planning his execution would make me smile right now, but I don't want to spend my life in some prison braiding some buff girl's hair. "Todd, it's over between us." "What?" he shouts, as if I'm overreacting. Tava walks out of the living room in a hurry, like she's just remembering something. Todd looks down. "Do you know how much money I spent on you? Do you think I'll let you leave me? Think about it. Who would even want an ex-fat girl with stretch marks anyway? You're my charity work. You know what I'm saying?" He says with arrogance gleaming in his eyes. Stretch marks? Charity work? Those words sting the last piece of love in my heart. "Come on, Sim, I didn't mean that. Let's sit down and talk about this." Tava barges back into the living room, waving a piece of paper like she found the golden ticket, and in the other hand is a credit card. "Tell me it ain't so," she says. "Diamond Cuts and Company. Sim, this is your engagement ring receipt, purchased with the last 4 digits I used to unlock my phone." She holds up the credit card. "Ryan Bracy bought your ring, not lover whore on the phone there." "You bought my engagement ring with a stolen credit card?" I ask, and tilt my head to the side. The swinging ceiling light knocks my memory back. Isn't Ryan Bracey the cop you defended last year? The guy they put away for covering up that hotel murder? Let me try to get this right. Your client gets locked up, so you steal his credit card? He ogles me with hungry puppy eyes. He sniffs and wipes his nose. This is unacceptable. The diamond company must have given me someone else's receipt. I'm going to call them and clear all this up, I promise. You didn't answer the question. And I guess you're too coked out to realize you just lost the best woman you've ever had, I sigh. Sim, I got disbarred last year. Someone lied and said they found some drugs on top of my desk. So I'm under a lot of pressure, all right? I've been pretending to go to work because I thought I'd find a job before you caught on. I wanted to continue to provide you with the things you deserve. I did this for you. I did this for us, he pleads. No, you did it for you. He sniffs hard, like he stuffed a sleigh ride up his nose before he called. He quickly lifts his arm and uses the side of a black gun to scratch the side of his head. A gun? My stomach drops, but I act like I'm unfazed. Tava is pacing around, laughing at how ridiculous this is. She didn't see the gun. Come on, Sim. Do you think I'll let you leave me just like that? What? You're going to go slut off with Cash now? I got something for Cash. He rubs his head with the gun again. Oh, please, my father has 10 of those, I say. The same eyes that used to gleam with so much love were now empty and unfamiliar. I haven't seen my best friend Cash in years, yet Todd has always been jealous because we've kept in touch by phone. Todd admires the gun. Yeah, I got something for him. Todd has met my father, so I know he's not crazy enough to come to my house with that gun. Todd, it's over. Sim, I swear, if I ever catch you with another man... Todd, hold on. Somebody's calling on the other line. And guess what? He has 10 times the package. I press the red button to save my ears from whatever else he had to say with his contaminated tongue. Tava folds her arms. Let's stick a needle in his office chair to deflate his balls. Sim, could you be pregnant by this clown? I close my eyes and take a breath.